Pokemon, Pocket Monsters, Pokemon, all the champions. Pokemon, Pocket Monsters, Pokemon. Having a light source come from your camera, it's really bright. It's harder on the eyes to look in the camera. Ugh. Okay, so I loved How to Train Your Dragons 3. I liked it a lot. It didn't make me cry like How to Train Your Dragon 2 did, but it was really good, and it was a really good ending. It was a great ending point for the trilogy, to be honest. They couldn't have ended it any better, I think. I looked for about an hour for that paper. I looked all over my computer. I've gone through a few reformats since 2010, and I checked all my folders, all my external hard drives that I would have had at the time, USB drives. I had a laptop at that point, but I have since reformatted that and gave it to my father, so if it were on there, it's lost forever. I went into the basement and I found the box with all my old textbooks and folders full of tests and PowerPoint presentations and stuff, but that was from like the last 3 semesters of college. It's nowhere to be found, and that's really upsetting because I worked really hard on that, and I did a really good job. It was for the paper was for a persuasive speech in a communications class. So I had to go up and you know, make my case. And I did. Your meatballs are just tiny meatloaves. So meatloaf's delicious in that case to you. So when I'm talking about seasons and day and night cycle in Sword and Shield, I'm not talking real time. I'm talking more along the lines of Majora's Mask, where you have in-game time. Maybe not as quick as Majora's Mask, because the point of Majora's Mask is to go through 3 days in like probably about an hour or two. I have to check the math on that. Yeah, so 72 hours in that game lasted about 54 minutes. So I was right the first time, about an hour. So, like something along the lines of that, where it cycles. You could be playing for 2 hours and you could have gone through a day and night cycle, or maybe one day and night, maybe an hour of real time versus versus like 12 hours. I don't know how they'll do it, but I'm just saying it'd be cool to have day and night. It would also be cool to, or maybe even 6 hours, so you go through 2 day and night cycles in a day. So I don't know. That's their decision. And then seasons, something along the lines of that, where, or dynamic weather, where it's not always raining, but it could rain because it's Britain. So I like 2 things about Let's Go, and it were those 2 things that I mentioned. So I really just want those 2 things in the new game. I want all of the core stuff, but with the addition of free roaming Pokemon, because it makes the environment, it makes the world more alive to see these Pokemon roaming around. I just think that's probably one of the best things that Pokemon Go did. I didn't think I would like it at first, but just seeing them around, it's really cool. But I also do miss the fact that if you walk in the grass, you get into a wild encounter. Because that could also happen too, where, a Pokemon just blindsides you. But there are also, more tame Pokemon just walking around, just doing their thing. And that would be really cool to see in an actual, like, normal game. And then I love the idea of a Pokemon following you around. They've done that in a few mainline games in the past. I just would like them to do that for this game. I love watching my Lucario. I would love watching my Lucario walk behind me at all times. To answer your question, have I ever done a Nuzlocke or any of that stuff? I have not. I was thinking about doing some Nuzlocke challenges, but to the rules are what? You have to catch only one Pokemon in each area, and if that Pokemon faints, you can't catch another of the same Pokemon. You have to get a different Pokemon. But you have to catch the first Pokemon in every area you find, right? I'm bad enough as it is creating teams in real Pokemon games. So in order to add that onto it, my game, nah, I don't think I would ever do it, to be honest, because I like to enjoy the Pokemon games the way they are, and adding that. Maybe if I streamed it, because you can never really stream a mainline game unless I modded one of my six 3DSs or something, But maybe now it's on the Switch. After I play the game for the first time, maybe I'll do like a Nuzlocke challenge, stream it all. Maybe, maybe, maybe. What I really want to talk about is the 4chan leak. This 4chan leak came out before the announcement of everything. It was rumored, and then some of it came out to be true. They said that it's going to be named Sword and Shield, so right away they had that information. They said it would take place in Great Britain, which is, the British Isles flipped upside down, so they kind of got that right too. Next thing they said, which we don't know yet, is that the legendaries are a metal snake and a wooden horse. I don't know. But then they said that there's going to be armored evolutions. So it may be along the lines of, mega evolutions, but there could be an armored Charizard, an armored Mewtwo, an armored Zeraora. I don't know how to say his name because I haven't actually used that Pokemon yet. And then an armored Flygon. Couldn't find a picture of an armored Flygon. This is definitely not the question of the day, but I shit myself in Link? What does that even mean? My real question of the day, if there are armored Pokemon, DigiEggs in the new Pokemon Sword and Shield, what Pokemon do you want to see armored? And how badass do you want it to look? I know right away, I'd love to see an armored Lucario. It'd be so cool. What would you think? What would you want to see? Well, thank you. Thank you for watching this video. You can follow me on the Twitter at 90s Guy Time. You can follow Kevin on Twitter at 90s Guy Kev. You can follow both of us on Instagram at the 90s Guys. Give us a thumbs up. Subscribe. I meant to say thank you. Thank you very much. You'll see me next time. So bright. So bright. Could get brighter.